Thank you for listening to the Golden Hour Drip podcast with me, Logan Lee Miller. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Golden Hour Drip podcast. I am your host, Logan Lee Miller, and every single day we are going to have to make choices. Choices about what we're going to wear for the day. Or even before that, are we going to snooze our alarm clock? Are we going to sleep in an extra 5 minutes? Are we getting up on time? Are we going to be late to work? What are we wearing? Are we having breakfast? Are we not having breakfast? Are we brushing our teeth, right? Like, we make so many choices in the split of a second at all times of our day. Your brain can be working overtime to try and figure out what you are going to be doing with your life. So personally, I try super hard to make it easy on my brain. Easy on my brain to make the right decision. When you can set up your environment to be beneficial to you and your life goals, then that is literally hacking the code to make it just easier and on your way to achieve the bigger and better things that you want to achieve and accomplish, right? So for me, I started working from home and I feel like I'm very sedentary. They say, like, in your job, like, working 8 hours a day can automatically put you in the sedentary lifestyle category because you are not as active as someone who is a laborer, who's outside, who is, landscaping or in construction or any of the various outdoor jobs, or even if it's indoors, like moving furniture or in a warehouse. Like, those are very active jobs that people have to move their body and they have to do things, right? So as a person who works from a laptop at all times, although the convenience is so very nice, and yesterday I was sitting on the back deck and I was getting a tan. Okay, so I'm typing on my computer and getting a tan. The convenience is nice, but I feel like I could be more active. Even if I were to wake up in the morning, run, go and work out, that's only an hour of your day and an hour of an 8-hour work day. It's and then when you get home and then sleeping, it's very sedentary. So in order for me to hack my choices and decision making skills, because sometimes I'm I don't have it in me to work out, right? And so you can ask yourself, am I going to work out? Am I not going to work out? Am I going to go for an afternoon walk, or am I going to do some laundry and watch Netflix? I've been loving Never Have I Ever. I know I'm slow on this train, but it is so freaking good. I've been watching it nonstop. So it's what you decide to do with your time and how you're going to make those choices. So for me, I want to make it as easy as possible. I don't want to have to worry about all the crazy things that are going inside my brain. I want to make it easy. So I have a walking treadmill, and instead of putting it in the closet, right, because if you store things away, if you put them in the closet, then they are not easily accessible. You could forget about them, right? It can sit in your closet and you can forget that you even purchased it. That's why it's so important to go through a life audit and go through all the things in your house to make sure that you're utilizing it, that it's not just taking up dead space for no reason at all, that you actually have a purpose for it and that you want to use it. So instead of putting the treadmill in the closet and thinking, oh, every single time I want it, I will take it out, right? Instead of having that mindset around your choice of, should I work out? Should I, walk on the treadmill? Should I not? You need to take the hard part out of decision making, and you need to make it an automatic response. So I have just ordered, because I was putting it in the closet and thinking, oh, when I want it, I'll pull it out. Guess what? I've not pulled it out for several weeks. Part of that is because I've been traveling. Part of the other reason is I've been lazy as heck and just haven't got it out, right? And I think about a lot of the purchases that I make, and they could be super, super impulsive. I could see it on social media and think, oh my gosh, like I have to have this right now. But then I think to myself, do I actually need this right now? Will I want this right now? And would those funds be better used in different areas if it's just going to sit in my closet, right? So I just ordered a standing desk. So my thought process originally was, oh, when Garrett's not using his desk, I will use his desk and I'll work from the computer. But now that our careers have shifted a little bit and I'm now working from home full time, I want to be able to get my work done out of the way at the same time he's getting his work done out of the way. So then we can enjoy the evening together, we can plan something, we can do any of those things. So I ordered a standing up desk because I want to have an environment that it's easy for me to make the right choice, easy for me to make the right decision on walking for an hour while I type on the computer. Whatever that is, my step count is so embarrassing low, it is unreal. So I need to up the step count. I need to make sure that I'm walking and getting my exercise and making sure my heart is pumping properly and taking care of myself. So I have the standing desk and I'm setting up like a little area in our spare bedroom. Although I have mixed emotions about that because I'm like, oh, like what if people want to come and sleep over at our house? But we have guests like every once in a while, like every couple months we'll have someone sleep in the bed and it's not being utilized really for anything else. So instead of having the mindset that I'm going to store the treadmill in the closet until I want to use it, I'm instead going to be storing or putting a pause on the spare bedroom instead of putting a pause on my treadmill, putting the treadmill in that spare bedroom with the stand-up desk, and when guests come, I am able to put it in the closet, right? So it's all about the choices that you're making and also taking the hard decision-making part out of the equation. Because if I know in my routine I'm going to get up, I'm going to grab a coffee, and then I'm automatically going to start walking on my treadmill and checking my emails before like our morning call, then I know like this is part of my routine. It's not a decision that I make. And you can think, oh, like that takes all the fun out of life. Like you want to be able to make choices and choose your own adventure every morning. But if you have a big goal and you're trying to work towards something, you cannot have your brain power be allotted to these boring, mundane things, right? Like your routine should be so locked in that you don't have to think about it at all. So your brain can be working on bigger problems. Or if your brain is no longer having to focus on these issues or these problems, then your brain literally can think about nothing. Isn't that a crazy concept? Like thinking about nothing. Meditation or having a time to just be calm and be present is so important for your creativity, to calm yourself, to recenter yourself, and to just be ready for the next thing. And people are so afraid of quiet and they're so afraid of being alone with their thoughts. But the only way that you're going to be able to sort anything out is if you take the time to actually allow yourself to have those thoughts, to journal, to be quiet, to do any of those things. And when you have a morning routine that is so locked in and you don't have to make decisions, that allows your mind to wander, to be creative, to think about other things, and to have a quiet, relaxing morning before you start your go, go, go day. So I really like trying to take the thinking out of my morning routine or my evening routine or something that I hate to do, putting it in a routine, habit stacking a little bit so you're not even thinking about it. One of my favorite things to do is pretend that I'm literally a child that needs to be taken care of. So it is like a bit of telling yourself what to do, but I think it's really good to hold yourself to that level of discipline and standard of, I personally love to get a Starbucks drink. So it's very hard for me to have a reason to go to town and come back just for a Starbucks drink. When I'm going to have my work day at home, I can just make something at home. but I really like the act of going to Starbucks. So if there's something that I don't want to do, I just have it, stack it with something I want to do. So I have got to, put my clothes away in the morning, or switch laundry, mop the floors, take the dogs out, run around, garden, pull weeds, anything that you don't want to do, and you just stack it with something that you actually want to do. So I have to get this done before I'm able to get a coffee, right? Like that's a childlike mindset of, okay, you have to do this and this and this before you can get whatever you want, right? Like you have to finish your broccoli before you can get the dessert at the supper table, whatever it is. So I like to just imagine myself as a child and imagine myself like having to pick and choose things in my life in order to get like the bigger choices that I want. So I love habit stacking in that way, and then it doesn't feel like work at all. It just feels like you're doing the things that need to be done on your list. And when you can automate some of those bad things with the good things, and then like really dial down in your routine, as in I hate to mop the floors or clean the bathrooms. Who likes cleaning bathrooms? Nobody. So on Wednesdays, if I clean the bathroom, because that's part of my routine, I'm gonna spray down the bathroom while I am waiting for my curling iron to start, or if I am waiting for to do my skincare routine, I'm gonna spray down the bathroom shower, I'm gonna do my skincare routine. By the time this routine is done, then I can like rinse off the shower, scrub wherever needs to be scrubbed, and it's part of the routine, and there's no decision making at all that you have to do. So that is actually optimal when you have that sort of dialed down routine and you don't even have to think about it and it just works for you. Then you're able to add more things into your schedule. If it takes you 10 minutes to pick out what to wear, or even 15, 20, there's been some days where I absolutely hated every single thing that I put on my body. Put it on, I was like, I hate this. I put something else on, I hated it. And literally for a whole 8 months to a year, I wore black pants, black top. Like it was so simple. I did not have to think about it. That time in my life, I did not have enough brain power to pick out what I was going to wear. So I just bought black work pants, black work tops, and I wore the same Steve Madden work like chunk boots every single day. It worked for me and it was easy, and I didn't have to think about a single thing. I was just able to get my outfit on. It took me 2 minutes to get dressed instead of 10, 15, 20 minutes to get dressed. And then what could you do with that extra? Let's say it took me 20 minutes to get dressed. Like I'm trying on things, putting things back on the hangers. That always takes so long to put your stuff back on the hanger. Like you can't just throw it on your bed. It'll be there by the time you get home, right? So say it takes you 20 minutes to get ready, and then you're able to just now cut it down to 2 minutes. What could you do with that 18 minutes? For me, I could order a Starbucks and I could go pick it up with the 18 minutes that I have extra, So it's all on what choices you want to make and where you want to spend your time and what you want to be doing. Because this life is your life, and it's about time that we stop making excuses and we really get super serious about where we want to allot our time, what we want to be doing, and how we're going to start succeeding in the areas that we want to succeed in. So you have to find clarity. Think about your routine. Think about the things that you could start taking away the decision-making power, that you could automate it, that it could just be part of your routine. You can have it, stack it, and you can get shit done. Because we are all about doing everything we want, but not doing too much, right? Like we need to have that perfect balance to where we are peaceful and good, and we are also badasses, and we are getting what we need to get done, and we are, really succeeding in those areas of life that we want to succeed in. So it's a perfect balance. And if you're doing too much and you are thinking too much, you can only have so many balls in the air before they all start falling down. So automate the things so that you're not taking your brain power away for those mundane things. Nobody really cares what you wear. Nobody will see or even freaking remember what you wore yesterday. And if they remember what you wore yesterday, they definitely can't tell you what you wore the day before that, or the day before that. I promise you. So the things that really should not matter in your life, automate them, get it on a system, take the decision making away, so then your brain is able to focus on the more important things in life, or even to save time so that you can slow down, walk around in nature. I promise you, slowing down will help you speed up so much faster. It is unreal. So take that with what you will. See what you can automate in your life this weekend. See what you can downsize. See what you can make your environment like work, right? Set up a little treadmill, or put your skincare routine on top of the counter so you see it every day. Put a book beside your nightstand so you read before bed every night, or your contacts if you forget to take them out like before bed. Make your routine, make your life so simplified that your brain is able to work on those big, amazing, crazy things that I know that you are on the brink of achieving. So thank you so much for this Fast Friday. Don't forget, we are a month out, oh my gosh, from our live event. Tickets are on sale now. In the show notes down below, you will find a link to purchase tickets. I am so excited to have a live podcast event, but not even like that's fun in itself, but to have a networking event where people come and you can talk and you can make new friends and you can see and chatter, it is going to be a freaking blast. We are going to be working on ourselves. We are going to be networking, having conversation, and of course, coffee, because this is part of my coffee house sessions. It takes place in a coffee house. How fun. My favorite thing. I love coffee. So thank you so much for listening to this Fast Friday. Be sure to snag your tickets down below, and until next time, bye.